Today is part 2 of my 2024 K-Beauty and General Beauty favorites, and I'll be talking about my favorite serums, moisturizers, and one sunscreen that I most definitely loved the most throughout last year. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Jericho. I'm a K-Beauty and skincare content creator, and I'm happy to have you with me on this skincare journey. The first serum I want to talk about is one that I have really just consistently used throughout the year from the moment that it was launched, because this was a new launch last year. It is not a K-Beauty product. It is from a European brand that most people who use K-Beauty do also at least know or also are big fans of. There's quite a bit of overlap. And it is, of course, Geek and Gorgeous. And the serum I'm talking about is, of course, Power Peptides. I have a full review video about Power Peptides on this channel, so you can watch that if you want to know extensively about the ingredients, what peptides can do for the skin, see in-depth texture shots, and hear my in-depth thoughts. People always complain that my videos are too long, so this is a long-form review video that I encourage you to watch. This really remained pretty much one of my absolute favorite smart aging serums I've ever used. This is probably I'm not sure if it's my third or even already my fourth bottle. No, I think it's my third bottle. I don't go through them that fast. But yeah, this is my third bottle that I bought myself. And I just have consistently been using this pretty much every night. Sometimes I switch it out with other serums if I have to review something or I want to try out something else. But I do always kind of come back to this. It contains a number of peptide complexes. Again, watch the full video for the explanations what they do. These are high quality peptide complexes in concentrations that are known to scientifically actually have an effect. Geek and Gorgeous is truly amazing at being able to create serums and products in general that are affordable. This, I think, is around, I don't remember how much it is, but I think it's around 10, 11, 12 euros. Unheard of for a peptide serum. Most of the other potent peptide serums start at 20 euros. Very often they cost something like 70 euros. So this high quality peptide serum at drugstore prices is just, there's no comparison. Even The Ordinary has not managed to be at that price point. Their peptide products are usually more expensive, quite a few euros more expensive. The texture is beautiful. It is kind of like a milky gel serum. I find it very hydrating, not necessarily moisturizing. So if you have dry skin, don't expect too much nourishment, but it is more nourishing than any of the other serums in the Geek and Gorgeous family. They are usually very light gel serums. This has a little bit more oomph when it comes to hydration, but still it mostly hydrates. What it does in terms of smart aging, I find, is quite subtle. So don't expect miracles with any type of smart aging serum. I think if you expected to get rid of your wrinkles or prevent wrinkles 100%, you will be sorely disappointed. As someone who is very soon turning 46, actually, maybe I might release the video on my birthday. I'm not sure, a week after, but anyway, I will be 46 when this video releases. I can tell you, no serum can stop time from doing its thing. But what I do notice from consistently using this is that overall, I feel my skin just looks a little bit more lively and a little bit more refreshed. I do find it has a bit of a positive effect in terms of tone, overall tone. I can't say it helps with the wrinkles, honestly. I do find it just overall gives a nice sort of refreshed look to the face if I use it very consistently. And it gives a bit of a glow as well, sort of like a silvery glow almost. And it is just very, very pleasing to use. It is very, very gentle, so as long as you don't react to any of the ingredients specifically in this, This is very universally usable. Just truly a wonderful serum at a very, very fair price point. Pair it with your retinoids. They work very, very well with a peptide serum. And yeah, you don't have much to lose because again, it is so affordable. If you've ever wanted to try peptide products, this is the one to go for. It's 100% just an absolute hit in my opinion. Geek and Gorgeous. Consistently amazing. The next serum is a K-Beauty serum, and it is one that I've almost used up. I don't know if you can see that, but it's almost done, and I will likely repurchase it, I think. And it is the Abib Jericho Rose Bifida Serum, which I feel I've talked about before as well. So I'll see if I can link the video somewhere, because again, I don't want to go too in depth into a review or ingredient breakdown. This is just a favorites video. The reason why I love this Abib serum so much is, first of all, because it has a very, very pleasant texture. This is another smart aging serum. It contains fermented ingredients and contains a potent mix of antioxidants, plant-based antioxidants, among them the Jericho Rose extract, but I don't even find this the most interesting extract. Overall, it's just a lot of beautiful, soothing, and again, antioxidant plant extracts that are very good for smart aging. The fermented ingredients and probiotics help maintain good skin health. They support the microbiome. They can also have a firming effect, and sometimes they can lighten hyperpigmentation a tiny bit, although I wouldn't put too much faith in that maybe. I don't know if I can say that it brightened my skin, but the texture is so, so lovely. It has a very smooth gel texture, very similar in its sort of milkiness to Power Peptides from Geek and Gorgeous. However, I do find this more nourishing. This to me also has certain moisturizing properties. It contains plant oils and a little bit of shea butter from what I remember. And you can certainly feel that it is more nourishing and richer overall. It is still very, very light and pleasant. So it's beautiful for anyone with drier skin and especially mature skin. If you have sort of mature combo skin, it's perfect. It's also, as all Abib products, very, very sensitive skin friendly because there's no fragrance in there, no alcohol. It does have, of course, all these plant extracts. Technically, you can always react negatively to any of those. But as long as you're okay with these extracts, this should work very, very well for people with sensitive skin, as do all Abib products. I'm always, again, surprised at the TikTok crowd for very rarely talking about Abib. I guess they don't sponsor as many people on TikTok, I don't know. But Abib is very, very popular in Korea, and it is a very highly regarded indie brand. I find when I use this that my skin feels really, really plump and really sort of bouncy and juicy. It really restores a lot of plumpness and just overall vitality and strength to my skin, and I really do very well with it. I like to use this at night especially. I like to combine it with Geek and Gorgeous's niacinamide serum. I just put 3 drops or so of the niacinamide serum into this. And this in combination with Power Peptides overnight is like, it's chef's kiss. It also works very well with the retinoid, just kind of soothe and calm down everything after the retinoid. I really just super, super love it. Again, you can tell I've almost used it up. I might repurchase it. I have a couple of other serums that I want to try out, but this remains a very firm favorite from last year, and it will remain a favorite throughout this year. And then last but certainly not least in the serum category, another firm favorite of 2024 was certainly another serum that I've almost used up, and it's from Torriden, and it's the Balanceful serum, the Cica serum. It is not the blue serum that everyone always hypes up, but this one, which I really have been just adoring. I bought this, I think, quite late in the year, I want to say, in the second half at some point, but I've almost used it up, so you can tell I've used it a lot and a lot. This one I like to use when my skin is a little bit red, a little bit inflamed. I like to use it during the daytime, especially. Hay fever season is already starting. thanks to global warming and our so far quite warm winter. Unfortunately, the pollen has already been super active. My skin is starting to get its redness back. I love it. So this has been a stable product in my skincare routine during the day. It really does help calm down the skin overall. One of the best Cica serums I've tried. Super soothing, super comfortable on the skin. It is a very simple gel texture that is a little bit sticky, so it doesn't sink in quite as fast as the blue serum, which is very, very light. But unlike their blue serum, I find this really does have a positive, soothing, calming, and also I find more hydrating effect on my skin. I feel the blue serum is just very basic. With this, you get the extra effect of a very high quality Cica complex. It has a very good combination of Centella asiatica components that I find very effective. It's still a good price usually. It's not hyper affordable. I think it's always like around $20. But I really do think that it's one of the best Cica serums I've tried. Wonderful for sensitive, it's so good for sensitive skin because it has a very minimalist formula, very highly focused on soothing and hydration, and that's about it. I really love this. It works very well, I think, also for acne prone skin. It works for all ages and all types of skin, I would say. For dry skin, it might not be enough. I would say the Abib's Rose Serum is better for dry skin, but otherwise, as long as you have sensitivities, problem with redness, want a good Cica serum, this comes super highly recommended from me. Much better than the blue serum. People need to talk more about the green serum. The whole green line, they also have a cream that is very nice. Much better, in my opinion, than that a bit boring blue serum that everyone hypes up. And on to moisturizers. I have 3, although one of them is an eye cream, so I'm cheating a little bit. The first product, however, is just a regular moisturizer, and it is a moisturizer that I really feel I haven't talked about enough. This is now my second. Is it already my 3rd tube? I feel it's maybe even my 3rd tube. I don't even know anymore, but it is another product I've been using and reusing and loving so consistently that I don't understand why I don't rave about it more. This is very popular in Korea. It is an Olive Young home brand, and it is a brand that, again, the TikTok crowd, I feel, never mentions, even though it is it's quite affordable depending on the product. This particular moisturizer is affordable and really incredibly high quality for the price point. And I'm talking about this product from Bring Green, which again is an Olive Young, a CJ home brand. And this is the Tea Tree Cica Soothing Cream. This is 100 milliliters. So this is double the size you usually get. And I think I got it for something like $17. So really quite affordable. And this is a gel cream. It is very lightweight. It works best in summer, although lately I've also been using it during the cold season where my skin tends to still be a bit oily and just overall not quite great condition. This is when I usually go for this cream, and it is also, because it is a little bit cooling, it also is just beautiful when the weather is hot and sticky and humid. I have consistently used this throughout summer. The most, I want to say, out of all my gel creams, because it also, despite being a gel cream, still has a certain richness to it. It still manages to really moisturize and not just hydrate. So for me, it works very well for my mature combo skin. It also is fantastic for anyone with acne-prone skin. It has this beautiful combination of Centella asiatica. It has a Cica complex, again, very high potency, very comparable to the Torriden Cica serum and the Centella asiatica in that one, and it combines it with a tea tree complex. Tea tree, not everyone does well with tea tree, so make sure that your skin can handle it. But if you can, it is truly fantastic for anyone fighting acne, any type of hormonal breakouts, and redness. It has a soothing effect, again, unless you react to tea tree, because it can be volatile for certain sensitivities, So just, try it out. I can't guarantee that it will work for you. Try it out at the back of your hand and see if you react. But if you don't react, and I do very well with tea tree, then it is just beautifully soothing, especially in the combination with the Cica. The gel texture sinks into skin super fast, but again, it still offers a certain hydration and moisturization level that I find is perfect for especially combo skin. Works well for oily skin as well, because it kind of takes down the oiliness a little bit, but still gives you the moisture that you need in order for your skin microbiome to work and do its job, which is fight off those acne and other nasty bacteria and just overall protect your skin. It is really such a beautiful, soothing gel cream. I am completely obsessed with it. This one is almost empty as well, so I will very much 100% repurchase this, because it's also, again, super affordable. Great for teenagers as well, if they don't want to spend as much money. And if they suffer from acne, this is a really, really good one to have. And the next moisturizer is actually a sleeping mask. And I feel, I might be wrong, maybe I have spoken about this before, but I feel I have not been giving this product its due throughout the year, even though this is my third tube by now. Luckily, given how fast I go through this, usually this is available at our local TK Maxx. For some reason, they don't have super great selection of K-beauty, but they always have a lot of older generation Cosrx products. And this is an OG Cosrx product, and it's this one. And it is the Propolis Honey Overnight Mask from Cosrx. This really has been such a godsend for my skin when it got a little bit reactive and a little bit just, inflamed, I guess. I've been having health issues and hormonal issues and all sorts of not so fun stuff happening last year and this year as well. I think it's just perimenopause, just wrecking my system. But my skin has had certain time periods where it really just, imploded. It just kind of felt saggy and tired and super, super red. And this has been one of the best overnight treatments for these problems that I've found. I do use this sort of old school as an overnight mask. Technically, you can also just use it to replace your moisturizer. I always use it as an extra last layer after my moisturizer, but feel free to just use this and no other moisturizer. This has a gel texture, so it is very, very light. But for me, it has been such a refreshing and sort of hyper hydrating, super plumping treatment that I don't really sort of miss the moisture levels that I could maybe get from a thicker overnight cream. This is quite sticky, so it certainly does only work overnight. It also has kind of the sticky honey texture a little bit, even though propolis technically doesn't have anything to do with honey. It's both made by bees, but that's about it. The stickiness that propolis has comes more from the fact that it's kind of like a resin texture, which has its own stickiness. And propolis, of course, is such a wonderful beauty all-rounder. It is great even when you have fungal acne, because it is antifungal. It's anti-inflammatory, and I find it a very potent anti-inflammatory extract. And it also really has a very nourishing component. And this is, I think, where the plumping effect comes from. I don't mind the stickiness too much, because when I use it overnight, it just, it doesn't bother me. I don't really sleep very wildly, so not much goes into the cushion. But yeah, just be warned that it is quite sticky, especially if you put a thick layer of it. And I really would only recommend it as an overnight moisturizer or overnight mask. When I use this the next night, my skin always looks much plumper, much better rested overall, I want to say, and it really takes down the redness, the reactivity. And if you have acne, this will also be really quite lovely, because again, it has a very strong anti-inflammatory effect thanks to the propolis, and propolis also works as a slight antibacterial. This really needs more hype, I find. No one talks about it. Maybe because the texture can be a bit annoying and sticky, but I have really just been loving it so much. I now always kind of buy some some tubes whenever I see it at TK Maxx, because a part of me is worried that I might run out or something. But yeah, Cosrx, there are a couple of Cosrx products that are truly severely underrated, and this is certainly one of them. Super recommended. Try it out if you have sensitive skin, acne prone skin, inflamed skin, redness prone skin, and if you don't mind the slightly sticky texture. And on to my third favorite moisturizer of 2024. I already said it. The third one is an eye cream, and it is another product that I've just super consistently used and super consistently loved and would absolutely repurchase. Takes a while to get through it because it's a large tub and you only use it around your eyes. And it's another Abib product, and it is also from their Rose Jericho line. I should really maybe try their moisturizer next. So this is the Abib Collagen Eye Cream Jericho Rose Tube. This one. So this really is one of the nicest eye creams I've tried maybe ever, and I've tried a lot because I have quite sensitive eye area, number one, and now that I'm starting to age quite significantly, 45 really is the moment where your skin kind of goes, all right, now we're speeding up the aging process. So around my eyes, I really see the most signs of aging. So I'm kind of panicky about maybe at least slowing this down. And I can't say that this magically erased my wrinkles or anything like that. However, what I do really, really love about it is, number one, it's super gentle. And number two, it is very, very nourishing. This is a very intensely nourishing, rich texture. However, it is not overwhelming for my eye area or my skin. Not once have I gotten milia from this, and I am quite milia prone, especially with certain richer textures. And it also, once it's on the skin, kind of sinks in very smoothly and beautifully. So it doesn't create an overwhelm, or it doesn't make the eye area too greasy. This contains bakuchiol, which is a really good antioxidant extract. I don't know about its claims to be as good as retinol. That one I'm always a little bit like, about, I don't know, but it is an antioxidant. Contains a couple of other antioxidant extracts as well, and a lot of rich sort of butters and nourishing ingredients. Also peptides, which are always great to have around the eye area because they do kind of help boost collagen a little bit, so they can have a bit of a plumping effect. Again, it doesn't really, unfortunately, magically get rid of my eye wrinkles, but I do feel it overall just keeps the eye area nice and smooth. It helps to put this on before makeup, and it's just really a lovely texture that just has this perfect balance of being rich, but also being beautiful to work with. It doesn't leave any grease, any annoying sort of streakiness when you use makeup after. And it is so, so gentle. So I will continue using this one 100% for sure. And there's one sunscreen that I also wanted to add to my 2024 favorites. I haven't tried that many new ones this year, I feel. I kind of just stuck to the ones that I still had and used them up. The one that I used the most happily, shall we say, maybe not most consistently, because there were a couple of other ones in my rotation, but this one I always felt is the most pleasant one, and so I felt it would just be prudent to add it to my favorites, is the Haruharu Wonder Sunscreen, the Black Rice Moisture Airy Fit Daily Sunscreen. This is a new tube, so this one still looks unused, but you have seen this in an empties video. So I have already used up one of these and really wanted to repurchase it, despite new ones coming out that I kind of want to try. But I just really like this one the most. I have spoken about this a couple of times, so I don't have to say too much about it anymore. But I just wanted to make sure that people know which one is my favorite, because I do get asked a lot for recommendations. the reason I love this one the most is because the formula is so moisturizer-like, and more so I find than any of the other hyped up sunscreens. The Beauty of Joseon one, which is fine. I always have to say it is a fine sunscreen. I just think there are alternatives to it, and we could kind of maybe move on to something new. I don't know. This is a newer formula. I always call it Kolma Korea Formula 2.0 from the same manufacturer that also created the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen, and also the very famous Round Lab sunscreen, which is also a fine sunscreen. I do find this newer formula is just a little bit more cosmetically elegant. The Haruharu sunscreen really does feel like a simple cream. It doesn't have the same amount of, it's not even greasiness, but it is that sort of strong shininess that not everyone likes. This one does not have that. It still has a bit of a shiny texture, so it doesn't mattify or anything, but I do feel overall it is more neutral. It also doesn't seem as fluid essence-like, but more like an actual compact cream. Meanwhile, again, it doesn't have the same intense moisturization that both the Round Lab and the Beauty of Joseon one have, that not everyone enjoys. I have also tried the newer Beauty of Joseon sunscreen, which was advertised as less moisturizing and more mattifying. Can't say it was. I think it's pretty much the same. It's just a little bit more watery. I don't know, that one, I've hardly used it because I just don't find it very appealing. This, to me, much better choice when it comes to oilier skin types, because yes, it is still very moisturizing and it is still quite a sort of compact cream, but I do find it less heavy than especially the Round Lab sunscreen. I don't really know any Korean sunscreen at the moment that I consider to be as cosmetically pleasant as this one. It is also affordable. It's usually roughly the same price as the Beauty of Joseon one, maybe $1 or $2 more if you get it on sale. There are also a lot of double packs and things like that on Olive Young. It's also on Savannah, where it's usually cheaper. And it is also very, very sensitive skin friendly. Haruharu is very similar to Abib in that they usually only have low fragrance or completely unfragranced. This is fragrance-free products, alcohol-free products. I think one of their toners is alcohol, but that's about it. And I think one of the creams also has alcohol and fragrance. I don't know, but this one does not. I'm pretty certain about that. And yeah, it's just really the best sunscreen at the moment for me from Korea. And those were my 2024 Key Beauty and Geek and Gorgeous favorites. I won't be doing a makeup one simply because I don't think that many people watched the last one from last year. And also, I don't know if I guess I could put together enough favorites, but I don't know. I just felt the makeup one is maybe not that needed. I don't know if I'm necessarily seen as a makeup expert given my own limited makeup skills. So I'm just going to be skipping that one. Maybe I'll just do a general what I like in key makeup at the moment video at some point. We'll see. Let me know if you're interested in makeup topics. And otherwise, yeah, that was 2024. If you're not subscribed yet, it would be lovely if you stuck around. I'm close to 2K, and maybe as a birthday present, I can finally get to 2K subscribers. We'll see. And I do a video usually every other week. I might go back to a weekly schedule at some point. It does seem to do better for the algorithm, but we'll see how my time's gonna go. And if you enjoyed this video, it would be great if you could give it a thumbs up. That always helps with the engagement. Let me know in the comments what were your favorite moisturizers, serums, sunscreens of the previous year. And I see you again in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.